Testing. Hey, buddy.
Oh my god, why is everyone always disturbing us when we do this?
Yeah, bub. You stinky doggo.
We'll say something funny.
That's not gonna happen. I am not that.
Hey! If you like this content, please subscribe.
You can leave a comment.
Like it.
We're also on Anchor.
We're on Anchor. Both of our podcasts are on Anchor. So if you're on the go and you want to listen instead of having to watch YouTube, you can find us there.
It also works on Spotify as well.
Yep, thank you.
Thanks.
It's coffee break.
Hey, everybody.
What up?
How y'all doing?
I'm tired.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm feeling dehydrated. Like, this coffee is really taking it out of me.
I almost forgot the coffee. And I make this podcast.
Oof. Oh, I definitely added way too much creamer to this one. Oops.
Okay. We got a lot this week, actually.
Yeah. Surprisingly, it's nice. Finally. Things are happening again.
And at the end, we will talk about the Batman.
Yes.
And we'll have the spoiler-free version.
And then we'll have
And then we'll tell you when the spoilers are. So if you haven't seen it, you're a loser, and nobody loves you.
Get good.
No, that's if you're playing Elden Ring.
Oh, shit.
God, that game is hard. Okay, Elden Ring, this isn't even my first point. It's not even supposed to be in here. But I'm just going to say this. Every time I went to a website, they're like, do you want to know how to play Elden Ring? Or do you want to watch this guy beat it in 37 minutes? And it's like, oh, okay.
Okay, fine. Yeah,
fine.
Right. Yeah.
Fine. So, Elden Ring is winning.
Unsurprisingly.
It's a good game.
Not much else you could say about that.
It's stressful.
Watching you play is stressful. Sometimes you just turn the corner and there's like this tiny little, like, non-threatening little imp-looking dude and he'll kill you in like a nanosecond. And it's like, how?
The other day I played for 30 minutes and I lost 20,000 runes.
Yeah.
I lost them. I respawned. I went to go get them, and before I got to them, I died. Mm-hmm. So they're gone.
Well, what were you hoarding them all for? Why not use them?
I need to level up.
Well, don't you use the runes to level up?
Yeah.
Then why didn't you level up?
Because I wanted more runes. You get greedy over it.
You're hubris.
So the first thing is the Adam Project, which is now out on Netflix. I do want to watch this.
Okay, yeah, sure.
We got nothing else today.
Nah. What we're going to do, watch the end of Batman v Superman? Because we didn't make it to the end of the movie.
This is how hardcore of a fan I am. Critter here took me up on an offer, and she's like, let's watch Batman v Superman. And I know the other week I said I had rewatched it because of the Batman, because I wanted to gear up for it. And I gave my little review on what's wrong with it. And then I watched it again. So, 1 week, Batman v Superman. Next week, Batman. The next week, Batman v Superman again.
Again, yes.
And you know what? Next week, you know what I'm going to do?
Batman Begins?
Oh, I was going to say Batman Returns.
Ooh.
Did you see my mug?
Yeah, your Batman mug.
Just really want to make this very clearly known.
I'm going to be 100% honest. I don't like the ending of Batman v Superman. We made it to the Martha bit, and I'm like, alright, that's all I want to see. I don't really care about them fighting, what is it? The whatever monster Lex Luthor creates. I forget his name.
Oh my god, why is his name escaping me? Doomsday.
Yeah. I don't really care about the fight with Doomsday. Honestly, the only parts I actually care about is Ben Affleck as Bruce Wayne. Those are the cool parts.
We were there for Batman.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, Soups, you're boring.
So, the Adam Project, which is doing okay. It's kind of in the 67 range right now, from what I saw.
I feel like no one's been there was no advertising for it.
Yeah, I saw one ad a long time ago and didn't even realize that's what I was seeing.
Yeah.
The director, Sean Levy, who is the executive producer of Stranger Things, directed Free Guy and The Adam Project, all starring Ryan Reynolds. Mm-hmm. And Ryan and Sean have agreed to do a third movie together. Ryan posted a really cute tweet about it, and he said the next movie in the trilogy will be a bit more stabby, and presented a picture of all three of the characters, and that third character was Deadpool.
Nice.
Also, apparently there is a Deadpool reference in the Adam Project.
Nice.
Deadpool will also not be filming this year.
So it might be a bit.
Well, he's on.
He's doing like a million things.
Well, he's taking a sabbatical. He already did the Adam Project a bit ago.
Who? Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah.
He just did. Like, he's done so much shit in like the last like 3 months. There's been a million Ryan Reynolds movies and like cameos and whatever. He's been everywhere.
What was it? Red Notice?
That was a good one. I liked that one.
Hitman's bodyguard's wife or whatever.
Yeah.
And Free Guy,
Yep.
Adam Project.
He's been busy. He also owns Cricket. Not Cricket. One of them. Mint. He does a lot of shit.
So hopefully it will film next year. I'm really excited. Mm-hmm. This will be an MCU film instead of a trash Fox film.
Trash fire, more like it.
God damn. You know what? For all the companies and all their sins, right? They were the least sinist.
Who? Fox? Well, it's hard to make sins when you don't make movies.
You guys remember X-Men Origins Wolverine?
Oh my god. Allison, I'm calling you fucking out. She was like, I don't like the X-Men, and that hurts because I love the X-Men. And I'm like, well, which one have you seen? And she's like, Origins, the one with Wolverine getting his powers. And I'm like, no, that's the worst one.
Yeah, just ignore that one.
Watch X2. That was
in fact,
great.
if you hate that one so much, you love Deadpool too.
Yes. Ooh, that was good.
So there's a new image of Spider-Man No Way Home deleted scene where we see Peter. Well, why is this computer allow these typos?
Wow.
C is she. Oh, okay. We see Peter, Aunt May, Gobby, Electro, Doc Ock, and a shitty rendered Sandman.
Yeah.
Now, I went into the comments about this, and apparently the CGI in the movie was really rushed.
Damn. Okay, this is something I mentioned earlier. Let's be honest. Marvel has never actually had good CG. Like, it's always been very noticeable, saturated, kind of goofy looking. Like, Thanos does not look good. Let's be honest. For what he is, he's fine, but when you look at Thanos and then compare him to...
that scrotum chim fuck?
It's when you compare him to, like, Colossus or other characters who are all CG, Thanos looks bad in comparison.
Fox's Colossus looked way better than... Well, I probably shouldn't have said it like that. The X-Men's Colossus in X2.
Yeah.
And, was it The Last Stand?
Yes, which was a fine movie.
Oh,
most people didn't like it. Most people, I have issues with it. But
was good, really good compared to Deadpool 2.
Mm-hmm.
Even though he's a very funny character.
I like both of them. I'm fond of both interpretations of Colossus. But no, yeah, Marvel has terrible... I will never forgive the absolute ass CG. You already know what I'm talking about. It's in the beginning of Endgame.
Thanos drops his bag.
Yeah, he has like a bag of veggies, and they could have just fucking filmed an actual bag. Instead, it's just this disgusting CG world with this terrible CG animation on this stupid CG bag, and I fucking hate it.
So dumb.
It looks so bad.
So Spider-Man No Way Home will be released digitally, not physically, next week.
Woo! We can watch it.
Yeah, we'll figure out a way to rent it and check it out.
Yay.
And then I will just trash Tom Holland till the end. DC Comics is moving to a new building in Los Angeles called the Iceberg. Many fans are making references to the Iceberg Lounge. If you don't know, that's owned by the Penguin.
They had to do that on purpose, right?
I hope they're aware of what they did.
Because, like, how can you be DC and not notice something that obvious? Especially with the movie just coming out. Like, they mentioned the Iceberg Lounge.
They write the damn stories.
Yeah. That's funny. I actually would really love that.
The next place should be the Fortress of Solitude.
They just like the Batcave. It's like, yeah, okay.
I bet that's what the Batman writing department calls it.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't you?
Yes.
I'd be like, I gotta go to the Batcave today.
It's like 100%.
I mean, if you're gonna do it, own it.
I think like little things like that have always just been so cute to me. Even this did you ever play No More Heroes?
No.
To save the game, you have to go to the bathroom. And so when you find a bathroom, that's your save spot. And so I got in the habit of when I had to go to the bathroom, I would say I got to go save. That was always cute to me.
Okay.
References like that.
Martin Freeman's character from Black Panther and Civil War. Sorry.
There's so many of them now. It's hard to keep track.
Is going to return for Secret Invasion, which is now filming. We will get it later this year. What's
his name?
Bilbo Baggins.
No, yeah.
What?
Yeah, did your mouse just give up on you?
Okay.
Good thing yours is touchscreen. No,
This is not a touchscreen.
It's not?
Don't touch my goddamn Mac.
Oh, I had to do what my mother always used to do when we got our laptops. She would try to scroll and she'd just slap her, like, long-ass fingernails across the screen. It's like, no! Ross. His last name is Ross.
No.
But he's not Thunderbolt. He's a different Ross.
Okay. But they're both in the same movie.
Yes.
Which makes it so much better for us. Mike Myers, the late comedian.
Mm-hmm.
He's not dead.
Don't say that. Yeah, that was a bad way to word that. Old SNL alumni.
Yeah, known for Wayne's World and Austin Powers.
Yep.
Playing Fat Bastard.
And Shrek.
Oh, fuck. He is Shrek, isn't he?
He is, yeah.
Did you know this? This is really interesting, and I don't know if I said this before. He did all the lines for Shrek.
Yeah.
In an Irish accent. And then he woke up one morning, and he felt bad about it. So he called DreamWorks.
The better one.
Yeah.
Infinitely better.
Way better. And I thought about just trashing Pixar right there.
We're going to get to it.
No, they are not in here. Oh, no, you're right. They
right.
are in here.
Yeah.
He called them and said, hey, I want to redo all my lines. And they're like, why? And he was like, I don't like the way I did that. I want to change it.
I think he made
So he did the Scottish accent.
I think that is the best decision. Because that is so iconic now. I can't imagine a Shrek with a different voice.
Now, this actor had a prominent appearance in Hollywood.
Mike Myers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he had a lot of flops, which ended up
That'll happen.
killing his career.
Yeah.
Now he's coming back to write, direct, create this new Netflix limited comedy series called the
Pentaverate? Fucking I guarantee half of the people listening to our podcasts think we're just completely illiterate.
I'm sorry. I grew up in California. The school system sucks.
I'm just bad with words. I hate.
Anyways, it's about 5 men who've been ruling the world since the bubonic plague, the Black Plague.
Okay.
And 1 journalist who's threatening to expose them.
And this is a comedy?
Yeah.
All right. I would love. Do we get a trailer this week or something?
We will get more information this week, which we can talk about in the next one.
I'm excited. Like, I'm totally down for Mike Myers doing more stuff again. You know.
Well, there's theories that this might be connected to Dr. Evil.
Oh. I don't know.
There was supposed to be a 4th Austin Powers, but then it turned into a spin-off of Dr. Evil, and then when his career died, that whole project died.
You know what? There was a Dr. Evil commercial during the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And they got Rob Lowe to be the one guy with the eye patch. Did he originally play that character too? Wow. I know everyone else was those characters, but wow.
Do you know who plays Scott?
Yeah.
It's Seth Green.
Man, those are good movies.
They're old and timeless. Shazam 2, Fury of the Gods. This is Shazam family God, we are illiterate. I will just admit it. And we can't spell.
Well, they make up these like magic ass words. Like fucking, I can't read half of the words we see on a day to day life. Might as well be like a spell from Lord of the Rings or some shit, you know?
The other day at work, there was a question: what is the Elden Ring? Which got translated into Elder Ring. And nobody could still answer what the Elden Ring was.
Yeah.
I'm playing the game and I can't tell you.
Like, I remember I was like, what are you supposed to be doing? And you were just like stabbing eagles with swords attached to their feet. And you were like, oh, I don't know. Something about the ring or... Some bitch gave you a horse and then you just went off on your own adventure.
I was like, screw the story. I'm doing my own thing. They will have different costumes than the original. The director, David F. Sandberg, I can read that name, tweeted he was going to blame The Flash for the Flashpoint story that's coming up. But there's been a shift.
So it's going to be before The Flash.
So what he was joking about is put a magician in and blame the magician.
Nice. Cute. Good.
Their costumes aren't too much different. There's just more detail to them.
That's fine.
They
Totally
still
okay.
look good.
So, man, we're gonna get all of them being Shazams? That doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem like the right adjective, noun, pronoun.
I remember them being called at one point the children of Shazam.
Well, they gotta each have their own names, right?
Yeah, they do.
Okay. I'm excited. We should rewatch Shazam. Shazam.
You say it enough times, you're gonna screw yourself up.
God damn. The words.
Also, we're not talking about Shaq. I don't know what this was, but Warner Brothers did something really upsetting here. And it's where they moved everything. All their upcoming films.
Yeah.
And these are their major flagpole films. There's no reason why this happened, as far as I know. It could be tensions in the East. It could be the raging pandemic.
I'm wondering if it's something more internal. Like they had hired someone to be a pivotal role, and now they had to recast them, and so a lot of things had to get changed around because maybe this person was referenced in a couple of these different movies.
I think it has everything to do with The Flash.
Yeah.
I think after they filmed it, they looked back at it and they're like, we need to do reshoots. And you need to get 2 more Batmans in there.
Especially because The Flash was supposed to be next, right? It was supposed to be really soon.
Yeah, it was supposed to be really quick here.
And we got one trailer that doesn't... Like, I barely remember it. I just remember it being dark and hard to see. And then it was just radio silence. So I bet it is something Flash-related.
I think so.
Especially because if the theories are correct, and this is a Flashpoint kind of concept where they'll basically rewrite their own DCEU because of it, if one thing goes... That's like the keystone. If one thing goes wrong there, then it's going to domino into all these other movies that they have planned.
Yes, and if you don't know that story, there's an animated version of it, or you could read the comic.
There's also... It's season 2 of...
Season 3 of The Flash.
Yeah, the CW
for the
show,
CW.
which is good. I like that show. Well, I liked it. Haven't watched it in a while.
It went down bad.
It did what CW does best.
The fucking cunts from Riverdale? I don't know. So Aquaman 2 has been delayed from December of this year to March 17th.
Damn.
That's almost a whole year from now.
Ugh.
Black Adam has been pushed from July of this year to October 21st of this year. The Flash is moved from November of this year to June 23rd of 2023.
Damn.
Justice League...
DC League of Super Pets. You just... What is it?
It's just... I don't want this. Anyways.
I do.
Has been pushed back from May of this year to July 29th of this year. Sexy Willy Wonka.
Oh, yeah. Give me that.
The quest is still going.
Timothy Chalamet.
And, Wonka, the Charlie. Jesus.
You fucking...
I'm having a seizure.
Sexy Wonka rattled you that hard.
Well, I referenced it before.
Yeah.
No, I'm doing it, guys, but I'm creating my own metaverse.
Am I doing it, Mom? Am I metaversing?
Are you proud of me, Dad? Starring Timothée Chalamet has been pushed from March of 2023 to December 15th of 2023.
Damn.
Shazam! Fear of the Gods has been pushed and will now premiere December 16th of 2022 instead of 2023. So they pulled it forward.
So everything else got pushed back except for Shazam has moved up.
And the Meg too.
Oh, boo. Fucking, just drop that shit. We watched that in theaters. The Meg.
You know, I watched some of it in theaters.
Yeah.
I just kept getting up to get more food. I was like, nah, I just want food.
God, it was awful. So boring.
So here's the interesting thing that I want to bring up. Shazam. The day it comes out, December 15th. No. December 16th, sorry.
Yeah.
Avatar 2 comes out.
Oh, damn.
So let's all make a pact right here now, and I'm serious, to not support Avatar 2.
Yes.
And all stupid fucking sequels that nobody wants. It's been years since that stupid first one came out.
Like, the first one wasn't even that good.
No one's asking for it. No one cares.
And you can tell Disney is really banking on this. They've remodeled entire huge sections of Disney World or some shit.
Yep.
And they're just like, yeah, we really want this to be a financial success. And I'm like, guys, I think it's going to be ass.
It's going to flop hard. And we're going to help it flop by supporting Shazam.
If it's coming out in December, is it going to be another Christmas movie? Is that what this is? Because the first one was a Christmas movie.
I don't know. That would be weird.
I don't know.
2 Christmas movies. Hey, let's watch a bunch of orphans celebrate Christmas.
Shazam is only Christmas movies now. You can't tell a summertime Shazam story.
Now, a long time ago, I was reporting on things about Rust. And it was a movie called Rust. And on the set, Alec Baldwin fatally shot the DP and the director. It was
like a big old accident. There was a lot of to do about figuring out how a live round got on set in the first place. A lot of fingers were pointed in a lot of different directions.
Some time has passed and now some information's coming up. And what we find out is Alec Baldwin was shell-shocked about what had happened. And now we know that he's being sued on 3 separate fronts. One by the key electrician, lighting. Mm-hmm. The other one, the script writer, or script supervisor. And the other one is the family of the DP. And they're all pretty much inciting the same thing. This only happened because you were cutting corners and trying to get away with it.
Yeah, so...
And now he's also looking at a murder charge.
So damn. Well, fuck.
Have you noticed he's not been playing Donald Trump on SNL?
I have.
Yeah.
It's, ugh.
Which the guy they got for now, he's doing really good.
Yeah, he's fine.
He doesn't look like him, but he sounds like him.
He has the inflection nailed, which is, I guess, the most important part.
The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent trailer came out. It's a Nick Cage film where he will play a fictional version of himself hanging out with a cartel leader.
Like a rich... And he's going to be played by...
Pedro Pascal.
And I'm stupid excited.
Pedro Pascal is Mando from The Mandalorian.
Pedro is a cutie. And Nick Cage is hilarious. And they seem super funny together.
Do you know what he said in an interview about the movie?
Which one?
Pedro?
What did he say?
He's like, I can't believe I got to act with Nick Cage. It's like, dude, you're fucking world famous too. You know that, right?
It's apparently Pedro does a lot of like interviews. Like he interviews a lot of people, which is cool. I like Pedro Pascal. No, from the one trailer we watched.
That looks stupidly fun.
It looks like so much fun. They got...
Why?
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 Get out of my face!
No one wants a weekly report.
Oh, now you run away? God.
No, it looks like after that mini mental breakdown, yelling at our computer, old man yells at cloud.
If only I knew what the cloud was. That's a Home Alone suite. Home Sweet what?
Home Sweet Home Alone?
Yeah, Home Sweet Home Alone.
Yeah.
Which we did review in earlier episodes, if you don't remember.
It was fine.
It was great.
No, it looks hilarious. I can't wait.
I love when he sees the statue of himself and he's like, it's so grotesque. I'll offer you 27,000
And
for it.
Pedro looks at him like, what? It seems like he becomes accidental best friends with this cartel leader, and then the CIA needs his help to like stop him, but he's still best friends with him. I'm just excited.
It looks like they're just running away from the CIA.
It just looks like so much fun. I like both of these actors.
So you ready for how pathetic and dumb Hollywood was back in 2010?
Ooh, it's pretty pathetic and dumb, I'm guessing.
Zoe Kravitz, who played Catwoman in The Batman, had auditioned for Catwoman for The Dark Knight Rises. They told her, you cannot have the role because you're too urban.
That's how they said, oh.
Her Catwoman is better than Anne Hathaway's.
Oh, 100%.
Hard take, go fuck yourself.
You know what? All right, you know what? Okay, I'm just gonna say it right here, right now. Controversial, maybe. I don't like Anne Hathaway. She's not that good, like ever. None of her movie. Princess Diaries sucked. She did another one, like Ella Enchanted. That sucked. She was the least interesting part of Les Mis. I don't like her. She overacts.
The Les Mis movie was just
More
bad
like
in general.
Lame Miz.
Wow.
No, she overacts.
And now you want to be funny?
Yeah. I told you I'm not.
I think that's rude. It's disgusting and not okay to say that.
Oh, about so yeah.
Yeah, that.
Fuck you, 2010.
And this movie just proves them completely wrong.
She might be the best Catwoman we've gotten.
I like Michelle Pfeiffer.
I will be honest though, I do like Halle Berry as Catwoman. I liked that movie.
And all the middle-aged men.
I thought it was fun and cute. I don't know. I do realize now it's very stupid when she like plays basketball with Lou Diamond Phillips and uses her cat powers to win. It's dumb. It is dumb.
Yeah, DC's had some flops too.
It's not a good movie. It was an enjoyable movie.
How I Met Your Father season finale is tomorrow.
Yeah.
Can they fix what they've done wrong?
I think they can, but I don't expect them to.
I thought we were going in the right direction. I was so excited for the future.
It was gonna be something completely different than the usual rom-com affair.
Yeah, it was gonna be them having a relationship and us going through that relationship, not them.
Will they, won't they, back and forth.
I don't want that.
Maybe I want to date you, but I just don't want to admit I want to date you, and I'm gonna try dating like 900 guys. I think, yeah, if we saw it from the perspective of people who are a couple and are trying, because that's the thing, that's always the thing, isn't it, with movies or shows, it always romanticizes and then we started dating, but then never talks about the journey of dating.
Yeah.
So a lot of people actually, like when they start dating, I heard I was watching some YouTube channel, they talked about this, when people start dating, they think they're not in love anymore because you get to that comfortable spot in your relationship. And TV shows and movies never talk about that part, so people mistake that for not being in love anymore.
Yep.
So they could do that, and you could make it funny too, and it could be cool.
It would be its own unique thing. Mm-hmm. And we'll see if they can stick the landing. Unlike Batman.
I get it. I think if they got a second season, they can refine their characters and story plot threads a lot more.
Here's the next question.
Yeah.
Do you think there's another season?
For How I Met Your Father? I think they have one more. At least. But if the second season doesn't do it, then that's going to be the end of it.
Mm-hmm. And I agree. You guys are treading water, and it's really pathetic to watch.
You gotta step it up. You gotta step up your game. First of all, if you're gonna entice the name of arguably one of the most beloved sitcoms ever, you gotta step it up. You can't just do the same old with every single sitcom. You gotta do something different. This is a new world. This is a new era. Just because you referenced Tinder and TikTok dances, that doesn't mean your sitcom's good.
So, my next topic. Sorry.
Next topic, coughing up your heart.
Yeah. Bob Chapek of Disney, the CEO, is a fucking dick.
Fuck that guy.
That's my bullet point. There you go.
Fuck you, Pixar. Fuck you.
The fact that he is going to alienate his own employees and fans like that
So
is
perhaps
disgusting.
let me
Go ahead.
let me explain what's happening. Apparently, a lot of Pixar employees came out and were like, because Turning Red just released. We haven't watched it yet. And after hearing about this, I don't want to watch it because I don't want to support the company that let this stuff happen. Apparently, there was going to be a lot more LGBTQIA plus representation throughout the movie. Like, one of the main characters was going to, or something like that. And they revised it to take out almost every single form of representation for the LGBTQIA plus community from the movie. And then when they addressed this, they're like, no, nothing we can do about it. So then the employees talked to Disney, and Disney was also just like, no, sorry. So it's this thing of, you know, they sit there and claim they support the LGBT community, but then they have no representation for it. Like, how can you have pride parades in Disneyland all the time and yet never actually show any representation for it? So they got in some hot water over that.
It's not just that. Florida passed a law
Oh, yeah.
called Don't Say Gay, where it's not okay to identify yourself as anything.
Yeah.
And they're going to
fucking-
stop talking about it in schools.
It's so stupid. It's just...
And fucking Bobby over here was like, yeah, we support it.
Yeah, fuck that. Fuck you.
And then wrote a half-assed letter to apologize to his employees. And it's like, no, dude, you fucking alienated them.
Here's, oh, did you hear about, Texas? This is good news. This is good news for
Texas. They stopped that, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank God.
And now they're like, this is just not something you can make a law about.
Yeah. And what they were doing there is they were going to investigate parents who help their children transition.
The people who support their children's decisions.
And saying it's child abuse.
And now the law is looking at it like, no, that's not how this is unconstitutional. You can't do that. And now they're also looking into the abortion thing.
Yeah.
And also tearing that thing down. Good. Fucking get rid of this shit.
I'm telling you, let them secede.
Fucking stop trying to control what other people do.
It's to a point you need to, but that stuff, that's ridiculous.
It's just fragile Christians wanting to suppress everyone else and try to force their Christianity beliefs onto everyone else because they're afraid their religion is so awful and terrible that no one wants to support it anymore. So they're just going to try to force it onto you instead.
Not all Christians are bad.
Not all Christians are bad.
But I do agree that
some
of this stems from that.
Not all Christians are bad, but the way Christianity gets used in government aspects in America is bad.
And there's supposed to be a separation of state and church, but they seem to want to reune that. But that's where you start making bad decisions. If you just look at history itself, this is where genocide begins.
Yeah. I don't want another Holy Crusade, you know?
Or a Holocaust.
You know, Christians try to act like they are all fine and dandy, but they were the ones, you know, murdering everyone for not being Christians and also drowning people because they thought they were witches.
Yeah.
Y'all got your own bloody histories. Don't act like you're all better.
Now, the Obi-Wan Kenobi trailer dropped. Hands jazzy.
Yeah.
Yes, bring it.
I'm excited. I expect it to be better than, Boba Fett. That's for sure.
I liked Boba Fett.
I know you did. And I'm glad you did.
I'm glad they changed that character so much that he's unrecognizable.
You know, once it just became Mandalorian for the last 3 episodes.
And that was the only way
great.
to save it, too. It was like, oh my god, just say it's 2.0 or 2.5.
The trailer told me nothing. Like,
Told me everything.
Ewan's also barely in it, but I did like an aspect of
God,
it.
he looks so good.
Cute. What a cutie.
Even in his age, with that beard, he still looks like Obi-Wan, but he just looks handsomer.
Yes.
It's like, how did you do that?
He is the finest of wines. Pour me that drink. No,
we never saw his lightsaber.
No, I don't think he's gonna use it much.
Oh, when you're fighting Inquisitors, yes, you are.
Oh yeah.
Did you see that one that guy had where it spins?
Yeah, I
and
did.
It's a dual blade.
I liked something. I don't know who's saying it, but someone's like monologuing over the top of the trailer, and the way they put it, it's I'm gonna butcher this, but they say like the Jedi can't help it. Their compassion is too strong. You can't help but follow the Jedi code, and I like that. The idea that you're so much of a good person, you can't help but being the good person you are.
So that was the Grand Inquisitor who has that cool blade.
Okay.
That was him saying that. It's not in the trailer, but there is a picture of Darth Vader. And what I'm going to say about Darth Vader is he looks like Darth Vader.
What a surprise.
I was like, okay, you did it. Good job. I mean, it wasn't that hard. He's been done multiple times.
What's his name? Hayden
Christensen?
Yeah. I'm excited to see him coming back. He's cool.
Apparently, when Ewan McGregor saw him as Vader, he was a little freaked out.
Aww.
Which is just cute to me, because there's supposed to be a scene in there where he does confront him and realizes who it is. And he's just horrified at the monster that he's become.
See, that's the part I want to see. Also, I just want to see behind the scenes things of Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen being friends together. Just like how I just want to see behind the scenes things of Robert Pattinson and Paul Dano also being friends together.
It's weird how, like, creepy the Riddler is, but when you see Paul Dano, he's like...
He just has this, like, kind face.
He's just a happy guy.
Yeah.
What are you doing down there? I live down here. I'm doing studies.
That was an SNL.
It was hilarious.
The Please Don't Destroy segments from SNL are, like, highlights for me now.
You can find them on YouTube. They're all there. Yeah, Please Don't Destroy.
This is a new thing that started with this latest season.
Mm-hmm. These guys are new comics, and they do skits, and they've been very funny.
They have yet to have a bad one. Like, every single Please Don't Destroy has been hilarious.
The calling Angie one, I couldn't stop laughing. It was so good. Yet somehow accurate.
Check out, they're only like a minute long, so you can just find them all on YouTube. They're super, super good. Well done, SNL.
Dead Space Remake will be released early next year. This is cool because not only do I love Dead Space, it was a rival to Resident Evil, especially when Silent Hill fell off. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was talking about that earlier this
F's
week.
in chat for Silent Hills.
But weirdly enough, the gaming industry has found if you drop games early in like February or January, they sell like wildfire.
Because no one else makes games at that time. No one else drops them in because they try to hit the holiday rush for Christmas and stuff.
Yep. And they just wait.
So if you just do it in January...
And there's no games.
Because we've learned people will just buy games. Like, they don't need birthdays or holidays or special occasions to buy video games anymore.
Yeah. And the cool thing is this all began with Capcom releasing Resident Evil 7.
Fuck yeah.
And they continue to do that trend. Last year was Monster Hunter.
Was that last year?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Only a year ago?
Mm-hmm.
No way. Fuck.
So it's a really unique time to release games, and I'm glad that they figured out this one, because I only want to see the gaming industry thrive.
Hell yeah. There's actually a game coming out soon. I'm gonna buy it for myself for my birthday. It's Rune Factory 5. Yeah.
There's 5 of those?
Yes.
Why am I just hearing about it now?
Because you don't like those. It's like Harvest Moon, where you farm stuff, but this one's fantasy.
Oh.
So there's like monsters that you can smack with your shovel every now and then.
Whenever I meet a fan of Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
They're like, I love Animal Crossing. It's great. And I'm like, really? You like a simulator on tax debt?
It's not. You do other things.
Oh man, I gotta pay my mortgage.
It's more.
This is a good game.
It's more of a simulator of rearranging your house and putting up decorations.
But you have to make money.
Yeah, you gotta buy things.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
It's fun.
No, it's not.
I just got a new villager recently. Her name is Melba. She's a koala. Loved her. Super cute. My favorite villager is another koala named Eugene. Love him. He is my favorite villager of all time.
Okay. Okay, so Dr. Disrespect resolved his lawsuit with Twitch.
Woo!
He will not be returning and has not stated why or what happened.
I wonder if there's NDAs with it, or if he just doesn't want to get into it, or he's gonna wait for a specific moment to get into it.
I'm guessing in time.
Probably.
Like Rust, we will find out the real story.
He's going to YouTube now, right?
Yeah, he's been doing YouTube. He's going to have a show where he plays his fictional self. And I think he's working on like an anime.
It's really,
It's either an anime or a game, but he's making something. He's busy.
Cool. It's weird. This is this new fucking thing where YouTubers
what we learned
are like doing shows now.
Yeah.
It's weird. Markiplier's gonna be in something. I'm waiting. I'm fucking waiting on that to ever fucking come out.
Well, Mark can act. You
Yeah.
can tell. I mean, YouTubing is acting.
Mm-hmm. There's a performance to it. But another one, like Scott the Woz, is that his name? Yes. He's getting a show now too, in Disrespect.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking all kinds of crazy. What a weird time.
I'm really proud of Try Guys and Watcher.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They're
The Try Guys, they have a Food Network show. They have a cooking show that's gonna be coming out soon.
They do lots of cooking shows.
But like on Food Network. The Try Guys?
Oh, really?
Yeah, they mentioned it a week ago or something like that.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I mean, I watched the Food Network a lot. Hints there. The writer of Dune 2 says the ending will leave the door open for Dune Messiah, the second book in the saga.
Woo!
They have also casted Florence Plow?
Plow? Who's that?
Oh my god, Black Widow's sister.
Oh, fuck, I don't remember her name.
She's in Black Widow and Hawkeye.
She's good. I don't remember the character's name at all. I were just like, Natasha. That's not her. That's the other one. That's the dead one.
Also, Timothy Chalamet, his nemesis in this one is going to be by the guy, he's a kid who's playing Elvis in the new upcoming Elvis.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
Is that your phone?
What? No.
No? Okay, I hear a phone.
There's
Sorry,
like,
guys.
I think it's one of our neighbors or something.
These walls are so thin. So this week we will get Disney's remake of Cheaper by the Dozen.
Yeah.
I never cared for the original. I never cared for the other remake.
This one has the guy from Scrubs.
Yep.
I saw a teaser. It looks fine. It looks like a run-of-the-mill Disney family comedy movie.
There is another one that I was kind of interested in. It's a horror, but it's called X, and it comes out this week. And it's about adult filmmaking.
Oh, this is that A24 one. Right?
Is it A24?
I think so.
I didn't see their name on it.
I thought so.
Well, if so, then I'm sold. They go to Texas to film this adult film, and the house that they're renting, the people find out what they're doing, and they have to fight for their lives to get out.
Hell yeah.
Well, there's not many games coming out, but the most interesting one is Stranger in Paradise. I must have chaos.
Oh.
It's a Final Fantasy origin story.
Oh, this one with, what was the character's name? Like John?
Jack.
Yeah, like the most average white American male name ever. Everyone, like, you guys walked into your, like, temple of dungeons or whatever, and you got two guys following you. Like, this tall dude who looks super cool and awesome, this skinny dude who looks super cool and awesome, and they're both decked out in a rad fantasy gear. And then here comes Jack, looking like the lead singer to Nickelback. Like the most average plain jeans and shirt.
I would say Green Day or something like that.
It's just like, yeah. Looks like he's about to go film a ghost hunting show.
Ghost Adventures did return last week, and that was a really good episode.
Yeah?
Oh my god, it kind of... When things were happening, I felt that chill in the back of my head start going through my body.
Nice.
Like, I was like, oof, that's... I wouldn't be happy to be in there.
I hope Destination Fear gets a 4th season. I hope so. I hope so.
So, our last one is Ghost in Pura.
Yay.
They dropped their album.
Super good. I love it.
You want to say anything about it?
You can go first.
Okay. Stop it. Someone please stop them.
It's too good.
There's no way your 5th album's better than all the other albums. And every album that comes out is better than the last one. And to this point, we get to this climax where you're just like, it's stuck in my head.
It's been stuck in my head for the last like 3 days. It's just been Ghost.
You know that theory where if you play the song that's stuck in your head, it'll leave? No. It just further infects you.
Cements it for it's Heart in the Darkness in the Heart of My Love, which is a long title. I love that song. That is such a good song.
Now, if you don't like metal, there are some songs that I do recommend you do check out. And that's one of them, because that's not metal.
No, I don't know how to classify it.
It sounds like European alternative rock.
Yeah, it's great.
Which would make sense, because they are a European band, that they would have influences. There's influences of jazz.
Yes. Unsurprising, given Papa Niels' record with the saxophone.
Yep. The saxophone also showed up in the last album.
Yeah.
And then there's Iron Maiden, Queensryche, and I would say film scores for some of those musical, just instrumental songs. Lyrics are just killing it. The guitars are just heavenly.
God, the guitar.
They're so good, the guitar itself will get stuck in your head.
Yes.
You're like, wait, what?
Like, if you want just a bop, Hunter's Moon is a good one to start with. But check out the whole, like, Kaisarion? Kaisarion? Is that how you pronounce that?
Yeah, Kaisarion.
That one's super good, too. Watchers in the Sky. Man, just the whole album.
Driftwood. They're good, and even if it's not your taste, I still recommend that you give it a try and just see what's going on there, because I think it's very unique and really amazing. They've also, because they started out as a very heavy satanic band.
Yeah, I think
really mellowed out.
Really found themselves now.
Yeah.
Like, figured out exactly what they want to do and how they want to do it. And I love it.
It's masterful. Okay, here we go. The Batman.
This is going to be our spoiler-free section first.
I will tell you right now, I gave it a 57 out of 2.
Yeah.
And this is a non-biased opinion, obviously.
That is a lie and a half.
I have one issue with it, and it's Bruce Wayne.
Yes.
Is probably the worst part. The Batman is not the worst part.
Yes.
It is scary. It is not for children.
No.
The Riddler has been redone as a serial killer.
It's so good. What a smart direction for the Riddler. And Paul Dano crushes it. It's just, it's unnerving. It's a nice change of pace.
Colin Farrell as the Penguin is unrecognizable.
Yes, in a good way.
And and he is a mob boss. I mean, they got him.
Like, it's a smart... It feels... Like, I mentioned it right after we finished watching. I was like, it almost felt a little like Jack Reacher to me. Like, just doing detective work and being cool.
That was another thing. It's heavy into being a detective. There are still gruesome fights. Brutal fights, really. But it's also about being a detective and trying to solve what this Riddler is doing.
Like, I didn't want to get up to go to the bathroom in the middle because I didn't want to miss out on a piece of the mystery.
And you did.
I did.
I did not. I held my pee. It's 3 hours long.
I could not.
I'm a good boy, and I will sit there through the whole thing and just love it.
I did that with Resident Evil, and I regretted it. So I'm like, this time I'm just gonna commit to peeing.
Well, that one you could have missed out and
I
still
know.
understood the whole thing.
I know. I was hoping it would get good.
It's a crazy roller coaster because when it begins, you're like, okay, I know who Batman is. And they're like, yeah, don't worry, you know who Batman is. And then it's a roller coaster. You're going.
Something I really appreciated, last week or two, I was mentioning how I hate seeing the death of the Wayneses over and over and over again. We don't get that here. I don't think.
You know, it's the opening's very clever because you think
It
that.
is.
I guess that's the only spoiler, but just be happy because you don't have to see it again.
Mm-hmm.
Alfred is really cool.
Yes.
The Batmobile is just sexy.
Yes. I didn't think I was gonna like it, and I do.
The Batman is just so cool.
Yes. Should we start with our spoiler section now?
Okay, if you want to leave, we're going to tell spoilers, and thank you for listening. If you're staying, hello again.
Welcome to still being here.
Okay, that opening.
Yes.
So you think it's the Waynes, but it's not.
Mm-hmm.
And then you find out it's the mayor.
Yeah.
And he's having a conversation in the dark. He has the TV on.
And he moves, and it's like a horror movie. The Riddler is just like...
He was standing there the whole time
ooh,
watching
it's
him.
creepy.
And then you're like, when's he going to strike? And then finally, he does it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when he gets on top of the body...
Oh, this is where they really, like, took, like, the edge with this direction for the Riddler. Because, like, you think Riddler, and when I think Riddler, I think of Jim Carrey being goofy and funny and entertaining. And they went very, like, actual serial killer with it.
His breathing is so... ugh. But when he gets on top of his body, you feel that sexual tension.
Mm-hmm.
It's creepy.
I wouldn't be surprised, like, a lot, because people were bringing kids. We were gonna go to a different movie theater, and then the family in front of us was huge and awful, and then we decided to go to AMC, and we just did it there.
So AMC, you guys are knocking it out of the park. There was these rumors that you guys were going to jack up the price, but you didn't because it was $16 for both of us.
We were sitting around waiting for the family in front of us to get their hundreds of movie tickets.
Oh, they're doing one at a time, too.
Yeah, so they could use, like, the same coupon over and over again or whatever. And we, in the parking lot, bought the tickets for the AMC showing instead. And it took no time at all. It was fantastic.
Just walked in, I had it on my phone, the guy scanned it, we were in.
Yeah.
And we had the whole row to ourselves.
It was so lovely. Those
we had
chairs,
prime seating.
they like recline with little motors and everything.
Mm-hmm.
It was lovely. I had
Did
a
you
great
like the
time.
soda machines?
I did.
I like all those options. Like, that's how you do that. When Batman shows up, ooh, he's monologuing. Really emo, really broody.
He feels like the most accurate live action representation of the original animated Batman. Like, it felt very reminiscent of Kevin Conroy's. Very quiet, doesn't say much when he does. It's quick, curt, just speaks facts,
Yeah.
vanishes.
Yeah, and I swear, the criminals are looking into the shadows because they're afraid of him, right? He's talking about using fear as a weapon. And I swear you see him a few times in those shadows.
It's really smart. It's super good. Like...
And his opening. These thugs are going to beat up this innocent guy, and this kid's supposed to go through his initiation, and then you just hear the footsteps.
Oof.
And it's really long. And then out of the darkness, he comes out. And one of them comes up to him and goes, "Who are you supposed to be?" And he just beats the fuck out of him. And then goes, "I am vengeance."
I like the way he did his deep voice too. His Batman voice. He didn't augment it or anything like that. He just did a deeper voice, but he did it without doing that thing that Christian Bale did, which is
the stupid tongue thing?
Yeah, really fucking stick your lips out and put too much gravel on it.
Yeah. The Batmobile.
Oof. I thought it was gonna be Tom. I was wrong. It was great.
He hit him hard.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you guys noticed this. This kind of freaked me out about the Batman. Is the Penguin's upside down in this car, and he walks up to him, and then he crouches down next to him. He's not looking at him.
Yeah.
It's just creepy for him not to make eye contact with you.
He does a lot of like little things all throughout. Bruce was the part. So Robert Pattinson did great as Batman. Bruce, I don't know whether it was a Robert Pattinson decision or the director's or writer's decisions, but he was just real fucking slumpy.
So Matt Reeves is the director, and Matt wrote the story. He's a hardcore fan, and he wrote it with Robert in mind.
Well, that's cool.
And then he was like, oh no, Robert's doing all these artsy films. He's not going to want to be Batman. And when he asked him, he was like, yeah, I want to be Batman.
Which I think is really cool. You can tell we watched a behind the scenes or a Vanity Fair thing or whatever.
Yeah.
And he was into it. He knew the lore and he knew Court of Owls and stuff.
Yeah, him and Paul Dino did a lot of research to figure out this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And they were both the most ecstatic ones there. They were
Yes.
like, we were happy to play these characters.
But the way Bruce does not move his arms. Like, I don't expect Batman to move his arms much because he's wearing armor.
No, he doesn't move his arms either unless he's punching.
So, yeah, and I understand that. But Bruce Wayne is just like, he's like walking around and his arms, he looks like Lurch from the Addams Family. Like, you know when, in Harry Potter, the 7th movie, I think it was, when they do Polyjuice potions to sneak into the Ministry of Magic,
Yeah.
and Harry overtakes the body of some short random dude, and it's just kind of like slopping around trying to look inconspicuous. That is very much the way Bruce moves in every single scene.
There's a scene with a wake where you see Bruce attending it. It's for the mayor.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, Gordon's there. And he looks at Bruce, and he's just disgusted with him.
Yeah, they did a very good job with the duality of Batman and Bruce and how people see them.
Which is funny because they were awesome to see together.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't a Commissioner Gordon. He's a lieutenant.
Who played him? What's the actress's name?
Jeffrey Wright.
Fantastic. Phenomenal. I didn't think anyone could meet the level that Gary Oldman gave.
Yeah.
And he did. Well done. Fantastic.
You know, I do like changing out the race of that character.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't change anything.
Yeah. Still got that mustache and that smile.
And I can't really say Zoe Kravitz did anything because Halle Berry was there before her.
She did the role well.
Yes.
I'm not a huge Catwoman fan.
Did you catch on to her bisexuality?
Maybe it's when I went pee. I was suspicious, but I couldn't tell. I missed whether or not it was her sister or just her girlfriend.
It was her girlfriend.
Okay, I peed. I did not catch that.
They do kind of rush the relationship between the two of them.
That's fine.
That's okay. I'm not there for that, and whatever. Let it happen.
Mm-hmm.
He's bulletproof.
Yes. Very. That scene, you see it in the trailer with the guns highlighting him as he's walking forward in that hallway. Fantastic.
Oh, now hold on. Let's go back to Resident Evil because we talked about it in the spoilers there. That scene where Chris is in the mansion.
Yeah.
And he's shooting, and that's all you see is the flash fire.
Yes, nauseating.
Right? And then he runs out of bullets, and he just starts using his lighter.
Yeah.
And it goes on for way too long, and I get the stylistic choice there, but that hallway scene where he's coming in at them...
With Batman? Yeah.
That's how you do that.
Fuck yes. Take notes, Hollywood.
Yeah, that's a much more brilliant way. And as he's pummeling them, they're still shooting, even though he's not...
Yeah, as they're falling over.
Yeah, and that's what's illuminating him.
Mm-hmm.
And you can just see him just trashing them. It's,
From a cinematography standpoint, beautiful movie. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Many great scenes and shots. My favorite was when he woke up in the precinct and then did his fight and escaped the precinct. That was great. Also, probably his best line as Batman is in that scene.
My god. one of the officers go, "I have you for assaulting an officer," and he walks forward and he goes, "I assaulted 3 of them."
I assaulted 3.
Gordon grabs him and throws him up against the fence and goes, "Stop this!"
Oh, it also had we didn't even mention in our podcast Our Flag Means Death.
Yeah,
Izzy was in it. I think he was the one who said that.
Yep, he said that to him.
The last 3 episodes, the new 3 episodes of Our Flag Means Death that came out, were all really great.
Yes,
I'm loving that show.
It's a really good show. Everyone in the Batman did a great job. There's a scene where the Riddler is in Arkham. Mm-hmm. And he's freaking out.
It's near the end of the movie.
And the cell next to him, he's talking to the Joker.
Mm-hmm.
And you barely see the Joker. And I'm wondering how many of you guys noticed that he doesn't have lips.
Yeah, he has that smile.
He has a nasty smile. I'm not happy to see this form of him.
That, like, permanent smile form of Joker.
Like he might have cut off his face and put it back on, which is part of the stories.
I'm excited for the actor that they've chosen. He was in The Eternals. He played... I don't remember any of these characters' names.
It was Druid.
It was the one that wore black. Yeah.
You remember we went to Target after and you found the action figure of Druid?
Yeah.
You're like, look, it's the Joker.
He was also he was in The Green Knight, but I know not as many people have seen The Green Knight.
It's not for everyone.
Ah, man, I loved it though. Part of me is like, should we rewatch it? And then the other part of me is like, am I ready? No, I think he's a good actor though. I think he could do the Joker really well.
Robert Pattinson was talking about adapting The Court of Owls for the sequel, which the Joker would have some scenes in there. I think the Waynes are attached to them because they are a secret society thing. Yeah.
At least from some sort of monetary direction. Whether the Waynes were aware of it or not, I don't know.
Well, I hope in the sequel we get to see the Riddler and the Joker running around.
That I would love to see Paul Dano coming back in general, but yeah.
It's gonna be so cool.
I liked the little thing of Martha being from Arkham, and her last name is Arkham. Mm-hmm. And that whole fucking plot thread. That's an aspect that I didn't even think about from before.
So it's a different story, but when Scott Snyder, not Zack Snyder, Scott Snyder, the comic book writer, was rewriting Batman for the New 52, he started adding those things in. The Joker who cuts off his face, the Court of Owls. This is all Scott Snyder. Yeah. And his run was amazing. Mm-hmm. DC, of course, killed that and said, let's go to Reborn, which is just even worse. Oof. The New 52 Batman is awesome.
I think the New 52 versions of all of them are the most iconic versions of all these characters. Yeah. I really liked it. I think it might be my favorite Batman movie.
Well, it was also your first one.
In theaters. I've seen them all, but this was the first. I didn't even realize it until after.
Yeah, she's seen them all.
We were driving away, and I was like, no, I think this was my first Batman movie in theaters. Didn't even think about it.
And I was like, what? That's how you're going to pop your cherry?
I guess. Because I don't think I saw... Because my original favorite was Dark Knight Rises. Mm-hmm. But I think this one beat it. I think I like this one more.
Dark Knight Rises is good. It has some flaws.
Yes.
I think the lack of blood. Well, this one is not scared to show you death and murder.
And here's something. I hope... it's really nice seeing a Superman movie that takes realism. Because we mentioned Marvel and their ass fucking CG.
You said Superman.
I meant superhero.
Okay.
Sorry.
He is a superhero.
Yeah. Because Marvel, it's nice seeing a villain who's a real person, like an actual serial killer, and not some floaty dictator in a 2 CG costume doing magic shit. You know? Yeah. It's nice what DC is doing. They're doing it very well. Mm-hmm.
I appreciated it. I loved it. The final fight at the end where he's beating up a ton of different Riddler imposters. He gets shot in the chest point blank by a shotgun. He's out for the count. That wannabe Riddler gets on top of Catwoman. He's trying to kill her.
He injects himself with something.
And it's green.
So
the obvious answer is adrenaline.
Yeah, I called it bat-adrenaline in my head.
Okay. But you have a theory and I have a different theory. I
thought it was fear toxin at first.
Scarecrows.
But I was like, I don't know if Scarecrow's, like, in this world yet. This is a new Batman.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Scarecrow would be here. Or if this is, like, a proto-version of what would eventually become Scarecrow's fear toxin.
And my theory is that this is a proto-version of Venom, which would create Bane.
Ooh.
And when he here's my reasoning for this. It's green. They're both green. Right?
Yes, yep. Green is often bad in the world of Batman.
Green is often used for poison and magic.
Well, Batman especially, like Joker, green, Scarecrow, green, Bane, green, Poison Ivy, green, Riddler, green. A lot of Batman's...
Like you're missing the one.
A lot of Batman's enemies. Mad Hatter, green.
Oh my god. Do not adapt Mad Hatter. Anyways, when he injects it, he starts like yelling because he's angry. And he gets on top of the guy.
He almost kills him.
He just starts beating him.
I thought he was going to.
Yeah, me too.
And I was really nervous.
Look at Catwoman's face when he's doing that. She's horrified.
And
it wasn't until Gordon came up and fucking pulled him off of him.
No one else would be strong enough to do so. Catwoman's not strong enough.
I'm also amazed because the guy goes, I am vengeance, right? And Batman looks back at him all fucking pissed. And I was like, is he going to just kill him here?
Yeah, it was nice seeing Batman, who had the steadfast rule of no guns, don't kill.
Yes, they brought that back. That was cool.
Even encouraging the others, like Harvey and Catwoman, to not kill others. It was nice.
Harvey's in there?
Shit! I always do that.
One's a cop, the other one's a DA.
I know! I'm sorry.
One becomes a supervillain, and the other one becomes a chief.
But I don't even know why.
The ending, when he's holding that girl and he's putting her on the pad so they can hella carry her away. Mm-hmm. And she's so scared, she holds him.
Yes.
And he holds her hand to let her know that it's okay. It made me cry. I feel it right now, the emotions, because I love this guy. And when the movie begins, people fear him. Mm-hmm. And at the end, people love him.
Yes. He starts the movie and his first line is, I am vengeance.
Yeah.
And then when that Riddler imposter says that line back to him, he realizes he can't be vengeance. Because that won't help people.
And so he becomes the hero of Gotham.
Fuck yeah.
And that's where we leave him. And it was just like, fuck, that was it, man.
It was the themes of it. Very smart.
Oh.
It's a very smart movie. I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. I thought it was amazing. I would love to watch it again. 3 hours is very long.
It'll be available on HBO Max April 16th.
Damn, so soon.
That's 45 days out from the theatrical run.
That's how they're doing things nowadays, yeah. Mm-hmm. No, it was fantastic. I don't know what else to say.
Where do you think the sequel will go? Who will be the villain of the sequel? And, fuck 3. Let's make, 7 more of these. Mm-hmm.
We do a lot. I'm glad, also, Robert did great. I would like to see him, maybe do Bruce a bit different, but I also feel like it was an intentional direction for Bruce.
I think we will see a better Bruce in the sequel, and he will be rebuilding Gotham using Wayne Industries.
I also liked the mini arc of Alfred being essentially a father figure for Bruce.
And he has to realize that.
It's when because Alfred gets hurt, and the nurse lady, doctor person, she's like, is there any other family members I should contact about? And Bruce is like, no, it's just me. And that's when he realizes they just have each other anymore.
Yeah. And there's... it's just such a good film. And both of them make the stupid, naive mistake of being too close to bombs.
Yes. Oops.
I just don't understand what Bat was thinking when he was doing that. I was like, you're standing next to the bomb, dude.
probably panicking. He's definitely an inexperienced Batman. You
Oh.
can tell when he fucking
Glides.
when he does like this is the funniest part of the whole movie. It's not a joke movie. It's not a comedy. Not to say there isn't moments of brevity here and there, but he like does a Batwing glide thing to escape, and he fucking completely biffs the landing, and he's fine, but it's hilarious.
He did not look fine at that.
Well, he hobbled away. He did the best he could. He didn't smear onto the fucking sidewalk, which is what I expected.
He got lucky. He hit the trash before he really hit the ground. That was just wow. I hope he can figure that one out, because that's kind of part of his gimmick, is he's able to glide down.
I definitely think a trilogy would be perfect, because we could take a lot of elements from this first one and show, like in the second one, him figuring it out, and then in the third one, him perfecting it.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I loved this. This is the first time in a long time I've been excited for sequels.
And we will get spin-offs. There's going to be an animated film where Robert Pattinson will come back and voice him.
Nice.
It'll be about year one, which they mention a lot about year one, about the Marconis and how he took them down. And then there'll be a prequel show with the Penguin.
Yeah, with Colin Farrell
coming back, and I think that will also touch on the Marconis.
Probably.
Which means we might see Batman again. And then there's another spin-off.
This is the one I'm really excited for.
This one's intense. It was supposed to be Gotham PD.
Yawn.
HBO was like, no, we're not doing that. Probably because Gotham is trash. That show is just complete trash.
Ugh.
And, no, I'm just going to call it as it is.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I was embarrassed to have anyone in the room with me when I was watching it.
Like, you told me about it. I was like, really?
Yeah, and so they're like, fine, we'll rework it, and it became a haunted Arkham Asylum show.
Fuck yes.
Which means we're going back to detective work.
I like all of those words.
We're going to be dealing with Arkham, and it might explain why the Joker's already there. Maybe Scarecrow's the reason why it's haunted.
Maybe. Ooh. It's easy to do horror with Scarecrow.
Yeah. Well, sometimes it's not the Joker who's the most biggest baddie to Batman. It's usually the Scarecrow.
Yeah, Batman hardly fights Scarecrow, because when he does, it's like the Powerpuff Girls fighting him. Every time him was the bad guy in that episode, that series, it was the most intense shit.
Yeah, well, you're fighting the devil.
Yeah.
And Scarecrow uses fear, and Batman uses fear, so they can't really offset each other. I loved it. It was great. Support him.
I think that's all we have to say.
Yeah. That was...
Tell us, if you've seen Batman, let us know all your thoughts and opinions on it.
If you leave a comment, try not to spoil it for other people.
Have like a warning if your comment has a spoiler.
And, the next movie is Sonic.
Yeah! That's gonna be fun.
Yes. So, I'll see you guys next week. Good night and good luck.
Bye.